Beautiful day, Thursday, Duomo Gardens. We're going to be talking about regenerative gardening, what it means. There's a lot of different ways of gardening. We do it regeneratively, teaching the new generation. Hope you can stick around and check it out. We got seeds, we got flowers before seeds, right? So one of the things I want to talk about is how we interact with other creatures in the yard that are part of what makes regenerative happen. There's raccoons, possums, skunks, all kinds of different birds, butterflies, bees that are engaging in this space because they feel that there's regeneration happening here. And they're actually part of that process, right? The farmer's part of that process, hopefully more so than it has been in the past. But all these creatures are part of making all this happen for the next generation. If you guys look right back here, our lemon verbena is heavy into the flowering cycle right now. And seeds are going to come out of this. You're going to see bees hanging out here. You're going to see all kinds of little critters that are going to help us propagate. They're going to help us expand this to the next year and create another beautiful, beautiful bush or additional plants. So I really want you to know that part of the regenerative process in the garden is that you're actually also harmonizing with other creatures. It's not just you and the plants. It's actually an ecology that you're creating. You're creating Mother Nature at its highest function. We have bird houses, right? Even a little bat house that I'm just starting up here. I want to create a sanctuary for them to feel like they're at home, to feel like they're welcome to be part of this process, and so that they can thrive as well. And see all the monarchs in here that we have, and there's all kinds of stuff. So know that regeneration, regenerative gardening is a big picture. It's not just us, it's the whole facet. Here we go, right? This guy's wondering what's going on out here if you see him. And they want to see what's happening. They want to see all the other life. Two little hummingbirds just coming through here. So when you think about having a regenerative garden, a garden that's regenerating itself, you're thinking about a big picture. You're thinking about how you're interacting with Mother Nature as a whole. And that's what I want you guys to think about when you're making your garden is, how am I inviting other elements into the yard that are going to help me have this garden thrive? Okay, regenerative gardening has to have, must have, should have compost area. Where do I make my soil? It's got to be part of your garden if you're going to have a regenerative garden. And this is where I make my soil. And keep in mind, when you look inside that bin, if I were to dig it up, you're actually going to see rich soil. And you're going to see all kinds of little critters in there, and the soil is dark. It's regenerating itself. It's taking that old depleted soil that I've been using and getting those worm castings intermixed with it and all that work that these little critters did in order to make beautiful, rich soil again and regenerate these plants that they're going to get hit with it. And I also want you to notice the infrastructure for me to make my compost area is also old used up pieces that would have normally gone to trash, and I made them treasure. I made this little shelter, this little quadrant, this little zone just to get my soil up and going again. Get my old stuff in there, mix it in. I have different little sections, an old tumbler from my neighbor that was throwing it out on the street, just some minor fixes, repurposed it a little bit, repaired it a little bit. It's up and going again. So just know that it doesn't take a whole lot to create a compost area. There's probably a bunch of old pallets sitting back in Vons or wherever you guys go to get your stuff if you guys want to go and see what people are throwing out. But there's all kinds of stuff out there that you can bring into your garden and make beautiful things like we have here. So if you like today's segment on regenerative gardening, remember to like it, subscribe. We're growing mass amounts of love out here. Grow Moss Love. We can do this as a community. Let's stay connected. And if you guys have any questions, let us know what you guys think. Love to get more insight, and let's learn together.